I think we are a little over time. Maybe we can just kick off now. So hello, everyone. Welcome to this webinar on the version 2.0 update from TextileGenesis. We've already had an initial webinar where we have taken you through what to expect in version 2.0, what is our migration plan, and what is the kind of timelines we are looking at. In this particular edition, we are going to talk about the first phase of migration that's coming up. So we have a migration release that's coming up on the 27th of October, 10 a.m. New York time. And what can you expect in this first phase of the migration? What are actions that are required from your side? And we will also be giving you a kind of first look into the new version and what all the steps that you need to take in order to access the new version. So before I do that, I just want to quickly run through a few background slides on this. One is the fact that we've already covered this, that we are looking at significant new additions to be coming up as part of version 2.0. And this is something we've discussed in the previous presentation itself. And we spoke about how we are structuring the release in a manner that does not disrupt any of your existing programs. And so in order to do that, we had structured this in a three-phased launch plan. And those three phases were the migration phase one, which is the onboarding of company, sites, certificates, and user management. We had a migration phase two, which is specifically focused on products and product creation. And finally, the actual go live of PO and transactions that would happen as part of the third phase. And the timeline plan we had was September and October 2023 for migration phase one. So we are at the end of the phase one, and we are looking at going live with the migration by tomorrow. Between November and December, we will be doing the phase two migration. And finally, we will be looking at the final go live by Jan 2024. And as we had mentioned last time, in order to make the transition smooth, we are going to have version 1.0, the current version, to be completely operational till end of December 2023, so that there is no disruption to your existing programs. After December 20th, 2023, there would be a short break of a few weeks when we would be migrating all the inventory and the PO data from version 1 to version 2.0. And on Jan 15th, 2024 onwards, you would be able to use version 2.0 for fulfilling transactions directly onto the new system. As part of this original plan, we had also spoken about the phase one migration in terms of what would happen. So we had announced that we would be going live with the phase one launch in week 43, which is the current week that we are on. And like I said, migration phase one will go live on October 27th, 10 a.m. New York time. And at this point in time, we would be able to basically do all these actions. So you would be able to log into the new version, look at your company details, verify your company details, update user management, update sites and certificates as well. So what do we mean when we talk about the phase one migration? So I'm going to just cover a few aspects of what to expect in the new version before I hand it to my colleague to take you through the live system itself. So the first thing is there have been a lot of new features that have been added on version 2.0. Firstly, there's new supply chain roles that have been modeled. So these include farm, scouring, and recycling for animal and synthetic supply chains. We also have linen supply chain that's modeled. So we have sketching, hackling, and resketching, and cottonizing as new supply chain roles that would be available in the new system. From a company profile setup as well, there are some new features. So there is a profile completeness feature that is now that will now be there. So you can see how much of your profile has been completed and what is pending from your side to complete the profile. You can now upload your company logo onto the platform itself, and we'll show you how to do that. You will be able to select a preferred language as a one-time activity. So for example, if you want to view the system in Chinese or Turkish, you can select that as a preferred language. This will not be active as of tomorrow, but will be activated in early November. And we'll send out a note to you after that. And finally, you will also be able to select a time zone for your region. So you could say that you want all the times to be in a particular time zone so that it is easy for you to work on that particular time zone. So these are some of the new features that have been added. And specifically in terms of some of the changes that we are looking at between version 1 and version 2.0. So these are some of the new changes that would happen. So from a company profile setup, there are some new features. The first is the site management, where you will be able to attach the same site to multiple roles. We will have product category and product detail fields that will replace the existing site specialization field, which is there in your manufacturing site addition process. You will now be able to attach a single certificate to multiple sites. Instead of having to go to each site separately and adding the same certificate, you can attach the same certificate to multiple sites in one step now. And now you can also subscribe to notifications. So as sorry, as you would remember in version 1.0, all notifications were always sent only to the company admin. Now you can have all admins can now have as an individual user, you can opt in and opt out of email notifications, and we will demonstrate that to you as well. Finally, from a user management perspective, there is no change in the type of users that you have, but we have a change in the labels that we have. So the company admin remains the same. It will continue to be called company admin. Earlier, what used to be admin is now called role admin. The role remains the same, just the label has changed on that. And finally, what was earlier called as a member will now be called as a viewer. And we will show all this to you on the system, directly on the system. Before I hand over to my colleague Priyanka to take you through the live system, if you have any questions, any queries that you want to ask, please put it in the question and answer section, and we will pick it up during the course of the presentation itself or towards the end, and we'll make sure all your queries are answered. So with that, let me hand over to Priyanka to take you through the live system demo itself. Priyanka, I'm going to stop sharing.
Thanks, Ranga. Yeah. Thank you, Ranga. Hello, everyone. So I hope you are able to see my screen.
Yep.
Thanks, Ranga. So welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining this session. And just to begin with, we would like to introduce now the new landing page of version 2.0 of TextileGenesis, which is now completely a new UI altogether, as you can see on the screen now. Right now, I'm using stage.textilegenesis.com, which is for demonstration purposes. But for the live platform, the URL will be live.textilegenesis.com. And once you log in live.textilegenesis.com, you will be able to see the landing page where now we have both sign in and sign up. Sign in is for the existing users that are registered on the Textile Genesis platform, and sign up is for new users who want to get registered on the Textile Genesis platform. We also now have a chatbot, which has become more granular, where you can post all your queries, and there will be various subjects based on the page that you are navigating. So, just to give you an example, if you are trying to add any query regarding the landing page, the subjects that will come up would be login issue, forgot password, account creation, and likewise. So as and how you keep on navigating through the Textile Genesis platform, these subjects will also get changed likewise. So I will now just show that what are the major activities that you need to perform once you sign in, because you all have been registered on the Textile Genesis platform. So once you click on sign in, a pop-up will show up where you'll have to reset your password by clicking on the password link, which I'll show you. And this is only a one-time activity. Since we are migrating the data from version 1 to version 2, it is imperative that you will have to reset your password. So you click on sign in, then you click on submit. And once you click on submit, you add your email address. Click on continue and just click on forget password. Once you do that, you again add your email address, click on continue, and you will be receiving an email to reset your password. In case you don't receive, you can also click on resend email. So this is the email that you will be receiving for changing your password. And either you click on the URL or you click on confirm. It will redirect you to the page to change your password. So you can change your password and click on reset password. Once you do that, you can again go back to Textile Genesis and click on sign in and sign in. So this is the first step that you will have to perform once the system goes live, that you will have to change the password. And once you do that, you can come here, add your email address and log in into your account. If we've also given an option of user being a part of multiple organizations. So if you are a part of multiple organizations, you will be able to see the list of the companies like this, and you can choose whichever company you want to log in into. Now I'll log in into one of the supplier account and show you how it looks like. So if you have been a part of multiple, your company has multiple roles, again, you will be able to see various roles here, because right now I'm into a demo account, which is Kamtai Garments. It shows the roles of fabric mill, finished product supplier, and brand. You can choose based on the role that you want to log in and then click on submit. So once you will come and log in into the system, this is the first page that you will be able to see, which is called the profile completeness. And also you'll see that the entire UI has changed, where in version 1 we had a main menu and there were sub modules to it, but now we have a different UI where all the functionalities have shifted onto the left side. And you can also see that there are drop down arrows for various functionalities that will help you navigate easily through the platform. At the same time, you also will be able to see that you can choose the rules that you wish to log in for again from this drop down. So today I will cover the onboarding modules, that is my profile, profile completeness, company profile, and what steps you need to perform. Invitation, where you can invite more companies to join and register the Textile Genesis platform. All companies, which was a part of my network in version 1, and user management to add more users. So I'll start with my profile. And in my profile now, you can see that it has also changed completely, where we have been, this is the profile of a user. So we have given fields related to the user in terms of the username, the email address, the access role. Right now, because I have logged in as a company admin, it is showing company admin, but it could also be a role admin here and viewer based on what user I have logged in as. You can also see the various company roles that this particular user has been assigned to. And there's also a hover. If you see, there's a fabric mill, finished product supply. We've also given a hover around these various company roles for you to understand easily what these various roles are. The preferred language and the preferred time zone can be set from here as well. For that particular user, you just need to click on the pen symbol. From the drop down, you can select the language that you wish to choose and just click again on the symbol, correct symbol, and that's how it gets updated successfully. This is a one-time effort and it will default to this language every time that you log in into the platform. In the same way, you can also update the time zone by just from selecting from the drop down the relevant time zone that you want to default it to, and just click on the update button, and that's how the time zone will get updated successfully. There is also provision to reset password from here. And the big change that we have brought now, as Ranga mentioned, is manage notifications. This is where you can, as a user, choose which notifications you want to receive, because previously all the notifications were going to the company admin, but now we have given an option for particular user to select what notifications they want to receive. So we have, for example, in company profile, if you are adding roles and it goes for TG admin approval or rejection, you can choose that, or maybe you can deselect that you do not want to see these or receive these notifications, and you just uncheck this box, click on submit. So you won't be getting these notifications. Likewise, for each of these functionalities, there are different email notifications that we have provided here, and this list or these notifications will keep on getting added as and how we launch the phase 2 and phase 3. Right now, these all notifications are related to onboarding, that is company profile, registration, wastage factor update, sites and facility and certificate management, invitation and user query. But as we launch phase 2, there will be a product creation manage the notifications. Right now, be receiving all the notifications you want to receive. And as I mentioned, a user can be a part of multiple companies. So here you will be able to see all the various companies that this particular user is a part of, and which particular account they are signed in will also show active and signed in. So right now I'm signed in this account, so it will show as signed in. So this is how the my profile module is designed, which is specifically for the user. And now I will also go to the company profile, where I will show you how the profile of the particular company looks like. So when you will come to company profile, you'll be able to see that there are four sub functionalities, that is the profile of the company, addition of the certificates of that particular company, site and facility management, and updating the wastage factor. So this all lie under company profile. And once you click on the profile, in case of company profile, you will be able to see the details related to the company. So here also, we have given the option of editing the company name. The company admin can also, and all the users can also edit their email address. Also, with certain company roles and add certain new company roles. So if you click on this plus sign, you can. I think it's gone off. Oh.
Hey Priyanka, I couldn't see your slide.
Uh, Simon, now can you see the screen?
No.
Okay. Because I'm.
Yes, now we can see it, Priyanka.
Okay. The screen is not visible. Yeah, now we can see. Okay. Should I start from the company profile, or?
Yes. The profile part is fine, Priyanka, because we could hear until the company profile, the first part.
Okay, great. Thanks, Shivan. So I'll just reiterate for company profile. Once you click on profile, you'll be able to see all the details related to the particular company. There is an option to edit the company name, the email address, and also the contact details of the company just by using the pen symbol. So anywhere across the platform, when you see a pen symbol, it's an option to update any of those input fields. And the other thing that I wanted to highlight here is that you can add and also deactivate rules from here. So as Ranga mentioned, we have now all these rules, new rules on version 2.0, that is farm. We have a recycler, sketching, hackling, resketching, and also scouring. So if you wish to add any of these new rules, you just have to select the checkbox, click on submit, and this will go for TG admin approval. Once it goes for TG admin approval, the outer icon or the circle will turn into an orange one, which was pending activation because it is still under the approval. The ones which are active will show a green circle on the outer side. So this is how you can deactivate, and you can also add. If you want to deactivate, you can just click on the red icon and check for any of the roles that you want to deactivate. Click on submit, and again it will go for TG admin approval and it will turn as red. So these are the three actions that you can perform for adding the various company roles or deactivating the company roles. The companies which have the US Cotton Trust Protocol, their company USCTP ID will show up here. and that has to be added. I'll show you from where you can add this USCTP ID in case you want to edit or add it. From this particular logo option, you can just change the logo. You can also, once you log in, you will have to add the logo if you have it. It's not a mandatory field, but you can also change and modify the company logo. You just click on the pen symbol, click on upload the file, and click on submit. So it will also change the logo likewise, which will also get reflected here. So this is all related to the company profile. And now I will show you how you can add the certificates of your company for the particular sites that you have. So once in version 2.0, you complete and verify the details of your company, and by adding, after you add the logo of your company, you just have to select the certificate and then attach that certificate to the manufacturing site. So the first step that you will have to do after you verify all the details of the company and add your logo, you go on and click on company certificates. This first page that you will see is the listing of the certificates of your particular company. But when you want to add the certificate, you click on add certificate, and it will show you this page where you will have to add the details of your company certificate. So here you have to choose the all from the drop down. We have provided all the certificates that are currently active on the platform. You can choose from the drop down. We have given like a master list of all the certificates, and based on that, you can choose the certificate of that is related to your company. For e-track it related to textile exchange standards, we've also given terms of service, so you can read it and then click on agree. Once you have done that, you need to add the license number, which particular certification body it needs to go for an approval. So we've also mapped the certification body based on the certificate type that you select. For all the textile exchange standards, we have added the certification bodies here. So you can select from the drop down, can add the scope certificate and also the certificate issue and the expiry date. Followed by which you just need to upload the certificate by click on choosing file and just upload the certificate from here and click on submit. Once you do that, you will be able to see, as I mentioned, all the created certificates here, and the ones which have been gone for approval will show as pending as orange, and the ones which are active will show as green. In case if it is expired, it will show red, and in case if it has been delinked from any of the manufacturing sites, it will show as black. So this is the second step that you have to perform once you go into company profile, that is you add your certificates. Once you add your certificate, then you'll have to add your manufacturing sites and or facilities. In version 1, we had both of this into one, where you add your manufacturing site. You can also add the certificates there, but now we have bifurcated it of creating the certificate separately and attaching that certificate to the site, because now, as Ranga mentioned, multiple roles can be attached to one site, and also multiple certificates can be attached to one site. So that's why we had to bifurcate these two in version 2.0. And once you click on site and facility management, again, you will be able to see the listing of all the sites and facilities here. You go to add site and facility, and you need to add the address, the name and the address of your manufacturing site, whether it is company owned or subcontracted. The OS ID and HIG and ZDHC ID is not mandatory, but if you want to add, you can add that as well. You choose the image of your manufacturing site as it was, and then as Ranga mentioned, now I'm right in a fabric mill and my company is a finished product supplier, I can see both these roles. So instead of site specialization, now you have to add product category and product detail. And for this particular site, I can choose multiple roles. So I will show you how you can add your manufacturing site as well. So I'm selecting right now a fabric mill, and the fabric mill, you need to select the product category and product detail. And what we mean by product category and detail is now we are going more granular in terms of capturing what that particular site is specializing for. So when I say a category, it could for a fabric mill, it could be a dyed fabric, a grayish fabric, printed and undyed. So I'm right now selecting undyed fabric, and under undyed fabric, the detail is basically, it could be a knitted fabric, a denim, woven, or a terry fabric. So previously we had site specialization, but now we have made it more granular by adding product category and detail. And if your site is manufacturing all of this, you can select all these fabrics, and if it's only one, you can select only one of them. So there is an option to select various product categories and detail, and now you can also attach a new rule. So you can again choose a finished product supplier, select the product category and detail. I have for product a finished product supplier, we have babies apparel, denim, home textiles, all of this. So based on the role that you will select, the product category and detail will also change, and you can also then add the details likewise for multiple roles. In version 1, we had to create manufacturing sites for each role, but now you can perform this step in one go, where you can still add more roles if you want to add. So multiple roles can be attached to one site, and then whatever certificates you have created in company certificates will show up here in the drop down. So you need to select the relevant certificate for this particular site. I'm selecting a GRS certificate, and the system will automatically populate the license and the certificate number. But here, when you select the product detail, you just need to select the product that that particular site is certified for. So from the product detail, you will be able to see that right now, because in product category and detail, I had selected denim, fabric, knitted and woven for fabric mill. And for finished product supplier, I had selected gloves, mittens and hand covering. It will show all this in the drop down, but you will have to select only that detail for which this particular site is certified for. You may be certified for all, or you may be only certified for one of them. So while you are choosing this product detail in sites and facility certificate, please ensure that you only select the detail and the product detail for which your site is certified for. And and here you choose the product category and detail for what all products your manufacturing site is specializing for. And here you only choose what you have been certified for. Once you do that, and also you can add multiple certificates. Once you do that, you can just click on submit. And once you click on submit, it will show that it has been added successfully, and again it is pending for approval either by the TG admin or by the certification body. Based on what you have certificate you have chosen, if it's a textile exchange standard and the certification bodies, for example control union, it will go for CB approval, certification body approval. Likewise, based on the certificate that you choose, it will show pending as orange, and if it is active, once it has been approved, it will go to active. You also have the option to update these fields before approval by clicking on the pen symbol. As I mentioned, wherever there are pen symbols across the platform, it's an option to update the details if you want to update it. So once you create it, this is how the details would look like, where you will see all the site and facility details, the product category and detail attached to that particular role, and site and facility certificates for that particular site. There is an option to update all of this before it gets approved. So you will be able to see that you can select, you can filter all these. We have also given filter options of name, country, ownership, and whether it is active, pending, or request has been given. So there is also an option to filter. So this is the third step that you'll have to perform. We will migrate most of the data, but a site specialization, the product category and detail is something that you will have to verify and add it once the system goes live. And the last thing I would like to touch upon in company profile is updating the wastage factor. So again, we have created a master rule engine for the various roles across the platform and what is the input and the output. So these are basically the rules that will help us validate whether the transactions have been correct or not. So you can go to update wastage factor and still have the option to update the wastage factor like we had in version 1. The only difference here is that you need to click on action button and it will pop up this window. You click on the pen symbol update and you have the option of updating it for individual sites, and you can again uh, change the number that you want, upload the documents that you used to do in version 1, and again it will go for TG admin approval. So that ways you can update the wastage factor, but now it is at a site level. So I am just showing how it would look like. Once you click on submit, uh, you can view the uploaded document, and here once you click on submit it will say it has gone for pending approval, with the TG admin or the certification body will approve, verify, approve or request a change, and it will automatically change for pending for approval. If it is approved it will turn to green, but by default based on the product category and the product detail that you'll add in sites and certificates, this will default. These are, as I mentioned, all the various rules that we have, transformative rules that we have designed for version 2.0, which shows that for a particular rule, what would be the input, what would be the output, and what is the wastage factor. So for company profile, these are the 4 steps that you need to perform. One is to update the company logo, verify all the details of the company, add the company certificates, attach those certificates to the particular site, and then if required, update the wastage factor percentage. I'll now go to the invitation module because it's fairly the same as we had in version 1. So, invitation is where you can invite other companies to join the TG platform. So, once you click on invitation, there is a list of the invitations that you will see for the companies you have invited, and you will see invite companies. So, same thing as we had in version 1, it can be done through web based method or it can be done by an upload method. Web-based, you can invite maximum up to 10 companies, and you just need to add the name of the company, the contact email ID, and the contact name. So I will just show how it looks like. And you just have to add the email ID, the contact name. You can add more companies, and you just click on submit. So the invite will again go to this particular email address, similar to how it went, it used to go for registration. So it will then show under pending invitation. You still have an option to edit the information or anything that you want to edit here, and you can also notify that company. Once they register on the TG platform, it will show under companies joined. So this way, in web-based, you can keep on adding multiple companies up to 10. And in upload method, you just have to click on bulk invitation template. The template will be similar to the UI, where you can again add the contact name, company name, and the email address. There is no capping to this. And upload, click on bulk invite and upload the sheet and click on submit. So likewise, again, all the companies will show under pending invitation, and once they join they will come under companies joined. And in case of user management, we have, as Ranga mentioned, kept the same access role, only the labels have changed. So again, you can add users here, as many users as you want to add. So once you click on user management, it will show the list of all the users here. And if you want to add users, you just go to add users, add the email address, the first name, the last name, middle name is not mandatory, and then you can also assign for which particular role this user is to be assigned for, whether it's fabric mill, finished product supplier, or a brand. You can choose all, or you can also choose one. Multiple, it's up to you, but you can assign various company roles or one role to this particular user. At the same time, as a company admin, you can also assign the role, whether it's a role admin access you want to give or a viewer access you want to give. We've also defined all these access information here, where I'll just reiterate: company admin has access to the entire platform. They can edit the company details, they can add users, they can add certificate sites, products, and also initiate transactions. Role admin can also perform these actions, but they cannot edit any company level details in the company profile. So that's the difference between a company admin and a role admin. And a viewer can view the information on the platform. They cannot perform any tasks or activity on the platform. They cannot edit or update any data. So for you to add the users, you can go to add users, and you can, once you add it, you will be able to see all the users which are listed here. We've also given the option again of on hover to see which role it has been, which roles have been assigned to the particular user. So likewise, you will be able to see that for a particular user, the email address, the role, and also the company roles. So this is for the user management. I'll just briefly touch upon all companies. All companies is nothing but a part of my network that we have in version 1. So in version 1, we had My Network, and we'll also have My Network, which will be coming up here. But this is again a UI change and also a major change that has been done in all companies. So all companies is basically showing all the companies that have been registered on the TextileGenesis platform, and we have bifurcated it based on the rules. So you'll be able to see farm, recycler, sustainable producers, supply chain players, and brand. And in sustainable producers, we mean fiber producers, filament producer, ginning mill, raw wool tops producer, who are basically producers of that fiber. At the same time, we also have now farm and recycler, who could also be the starting point, which were previously not there in version 1. And supply chain players, you'll be able to see spinner, twister, fabric mill, cut, bundle maker, dyeing and finishing, finished product supplier, pack maker, trims and accessories. And there is a separate tab now for brand. So likewise, you'll be able to see what are the different supply chain players, producers and brands that have registered on the TextileGenesis platform. And also there is an option of downloading this entire information if you wish to. There's also an option to filter. So this way, you will be able to see the various roles and users that have been registered on TextileGenesis platform under all companies, which will also be my network going forward. The last thing I just want to highlight here is that we have this profile completeness, which as and how you will perform steps on the platform will get updated. So previously it would all be, and also the percentages will also get updated likewise. Uh, all the boxes would be orange, as you can see here, which means it's pending. The moment you update a company logo, the percentages will change, the box will change from orange to green. The moment you update, add all the company certificates, it will turn into a green. Likewise, if you add all your sites and also update the information on the sites, the color of the box will change. So this is basically showing 4 steps to complete your profile. And why it shows migrated profile is because we are going to migrate data. So you will have to update information in case of certificate, whether you have to update your certificate details. In case of site and facility management, you need to update the roles and also the uh, product specialization, that is product category and detail. So logo, if it's not compulsory as of now, in case if you don't have it, it's fine. It will still show as an orange one. Nothing major impact, but the major things that we request all the supply chain partners to focus is on updating the company certificate and updating the site and facility related details, that is product category and details. And adding users and company logo, it's not a very critical thing. If you don't have a logo, it's fine. But if you have more users to add, please do add. We encourage you to add users and assign them the roles. But please focus on updating all the company certificate details and the site and facility details. So with that, I'll just take a pause, and if there are any questions, please let us know. And over to you, Ranga, to take it forward now.
Hey, thanks for that, Priyanka. I think there have been quite a few questions that have come up in the chat, and we are answering them parallelly while you were doing the presentation.
Okay.
I also want to quickly cover a few more points before we close on the presentation. One is in terms of we've just shown you a demo of the new system and what it entails, but we also want to give a quick update on what are the next steps that you need to perform on the system. The first is, of course, like I said, this URL will be live from October 27th, 10 a.m. New York time. So after that is updated, please log into the new URL, which is provided here, and we will share it with you through email as well. The first thing you need to do is go to your profile, reset your login password. As Priyanka explained, since we are migrating from one version to another, it is imperative that the login password is reset when you log in for the first time. You can then go and update your preferred time zone. In terms of updating the preferred language, you can do that by early November once it gets active. You can also go and manage and subscribe to any system notifications that you would like to receive on the new system. Once you've updated your profile, you then can go to the home screen, and then there are a few steps you can do to complete your profile. First is you can go to the company profile, and within that, the profile where you can upload your company logo and ensure that all the company details that have been provided are accurate. You can then go into the company certificate management and update the existing verify the existing certificates, and then update or add any company certificates that you need to add to your profile. Similarly, you can just go into site and facility management. Once again, verify, update, or add any sites and facilities that are already been migrated from the old system to the new system. And finally, of course, you can go to user management and ensure that all the user details have been migrated. And in case you need to update or add any new users, you can do that on the new system. So this will make sure that your onboarding process is completed and you're live on the new platform. So this is the first phase of the migration that we have for version 2.0. Just as a reminder to you, we would have a phase 2 migration that would be going live sometime in November, around mid-November, where what we would do is we would also be migrating all the product level details from version 1 to version 2.0. We would hold a similar webinar to take you through what is required from a product updation perspective from your side. So we will do that in early November sometime to ensure that you have adequate time to update your product details on the new system as well. Till such time, you can continue to log into version 2.0. You can update your company details, user management, sites, and certificates. As I've already said, version 1.0 will be completely active till December 20th. So for all your existing programs, you can continue to use the first version to fulfill transactions and provide inventory up your supply chain. And the brands will also continue to upload POs on version 1.0, so you can continue to fulfill them on the first version. So after the phase 2 launch, just to give you a quick reminder again, we would have a small cool-off period between December 20th and Jan 15th, where there will be no transactions that would be done on the new system. This would be a cool-off period for both brands and in some sense for supply chain actors as well. During this period, while you will not be able to conduct any transactions, you will still be able to log into the new version and be able to still view your company details, user management, site certificates, and product details, etc. On January 15th, once we've completely migrated all the inventory and the purchase order data from version 1 to version 2.0, on Jan 15th onwards, you can start conducting transactions on the new system, which is version 2.0, while brands will also upload their POs on the new system, and you can start fulfilling them on the new system. We will, of course, hold webinars before the final launch as well to take you through what needs to be done in order to be prepared and ready for conducting transactions on version 2.0. In addition to this, just as a quick update, we are having another session at around 4 p.m. Europe time today. It's a repeat of the same session that we've done now. And we are also doing these sessions in regional languages, Chinese, Italian, Spanish, and Bangla next week. I think you would have received invites for those. So in case you would like to attend one of these regional language sessions, please do register for those as well, if you're more comfortable in listening to this in your regional language. So this is what we wanted to cover today. Please remember the system will go live on October 27th, 10 a.m. New York time. So please be prepared to access the system after that.